Hi, my name is Andrew Sears, and I'm the president of City Vision University. And I want to give a quick overview of how City Vision trains food service staff and serves partners. City Vision's food services goals for partners. Most of our partners are nonprofit organizations, we want to serve clients. So what we're trying to do is, for most of our partners, they have program graduates in food services. So what we're doing is providing training to program graduates of partners in food services to both improve their retention. It's really hard to retain food services, employees and graduates, but also to expand the career prospects for those in food services. And then the next level is to enable our partners to create a pipeline of new staff and managers to improve their overall team capacity and retention. And then the third is we're trying to improve the overall capacity of the organization and the larger movement to improve food services. So, in many of our partners are rescue missions, Salvation Army, and others along those lines. With that, we have a food services certificate. And in that certificate, the core course is the food services management, but we also have intro to business, introduction to management and leadership, and introduction to nonprofit ministry management that are core. And for other people, we recommend, taking some other courses. The HR course is one of the recommended. And what we're really trying to do is we're trying to help our partners and individuals move up this food services leadership pipeline. So no matter where you are, you might start off as a dishwasher cook or a lead cook. What we're trying to do is to help, or if you're a, assistant manager or manager, to help you get equipped. So by taking these courses, we can help you move up within this nonprofit organization. So if you want to stay in the organization, you have this whole track. You can, move up to food services director, or maybe a director of social enterprises or operations. For a lot of the program graduates in particular, what we're trying to do is improve their job prospects for the external. Would be the commercial track, where they could become a cook, and then if they are continuing to take our courses, they could become a kitchen manager or chef, and then ultimately become a restaurant or hotel manager. And then the other track is, for some people, they might become a kitchen manager and then move up to become, executive leadership in the organization. That could be in operations, it could be on the program side. But ultimately, what we're trying to do is equip people for all these. Now, another thing to recognize is, we're focused on the management side, and we recognize that a big part of it is food services prep and cooking and things along those lines. A lot of the training for that we're not going to be able to do effectively because we're an online school. But what we can do is we can recognize that credit. So one example of that is recognizing credit for ServSafe training and other industry recognized training. So you can get up to 25% of your degree through prior learning assessment, and we can work with you on that. We could also have you work with some of our mentors to get additional mentoring if you really want to move up in this field. Now, it can be helpful to understand how City Vision's food services certificate can fit into our other programs. So you start off with the food services management certificate. That's 6 courses, and then you can use that to build towards an associate's. And business or nonprofit management usually is what most people will go to, and then use that to build into a bachelor's. So a bachelor's in nonprofit management and social enterprise. And part of the goal is just going back on the credit recognition. If you can get credit for this, then you can accelerate your path to that associate's or bachelor's degree. And then you can continue on for a graduate certificate and master's. And just recognizing that that's kind of the summary path, but we have all these degrees that you can do. If you decide you want to do addiction counseling or ministry management, there's also options for that for you. Now, the other thing that's unique about City Vision is, typically food services education is very hands-on on the job. It kind of fits with non-school types. It's often aligned with state licenses, and there's often different tracks for, are you going to be a line worker for food or a management worker? And then there's other groups out there, if you're familiar with this group, called Catalyst Kitchen. So they train nonprofit kitchens, they provide workshops, and they help you develop kitchens and nonprofits, and they're trying to help build capacity, and they provide curriculum. Now, City Vision is trying to really combine both of those elements. So we want to provide, credit recognition. If your organization has what many people call as a training kitchen, where you're training people through that, we want to provide that training recognition so people can get credit, and also, trying to enable organizations with their social enterprise startup capacity. So we're trying to do a little bit of both of these things to combine that. Now, the other thing that is important to recognize with how our food services programs designed. So many of our partners, about half or more of their employees in food services are recent program graduates of often residential recovery programs. And we have a particular program that is focused on recent graduates of residential recovery program called our Wounded Healers program. So I want to explain how this certificate fits within that. So the Wounded Healers program really has two things. One is it has job focused certificate. So in this case, it's the food services management certificate. But if you continue on with both the certificate and the associates, a lot of the courses you can take in the associates will be life skills courses. So this is really an aftercare program. And what we're doing is, for a lot of our partners, they provide what I call the 101 level of life skills. But what we're going to do is do much more advanced and deeper life skills. So you have courses that will help you develop a life plan, help you develop a relapse prevention plan. How do you have healthy relationships? How do you manage your personal finances? How do you take care of your physical health? How do you process family of origin issues? So what we're trying to do is not only help get people ready for jobs, but we're trying to help them get ready for life. So help you make a living and a life is what we're trying to do. So with that, often with our Wounded Healers program, a large number will qualify for Pell Grant. So the way that works out is for this year, I'm doing this for the 2024-25 year. And this may change in future years, but for this year, the way it works out for partners that send us 2 or more students, it ends up being $550 a course. Now, some of you may be with affiliate tuition, or you may be not even with an affiliate partner. But anyway, so you start with a maximum Pell Grant, and then you get a scholarship if you're an affiliate partner, and then you have a technology fee. So for a lot of students, you actually get a refund of $324. So the course is not only paid for, but you're actually getting money back. And if you take 2 courses, this is how that works. So hopefully this is helpful. Our goal really is to help our partner organizations really transform their food services programs. Many of those programs, they're struggling to retain employees, and a lot of the employees, get discouraged. And what we really want to do is help you create a leadership pipeline so that you always have a lot of good employees in your food services division, and that those employees have lots of good options. They can either move up in your organization, or they can go and get a really good paying job in the restaurant or commercial food services industry. Thanks a lot.